Good afternoon, Judith here, and welcome back to Keto Living with Dale and Judith. It's time to cook my one big meal of the day. I have 1 tablespoon of coconut oil and 8 ounces of pork roast. I think it's shoulder roast. It's already been cubed and measured and weighed. Cooking it on high heat because I want it to stick and brown. I'll deglaze it later. That's where all the added flavor comes from. I tend to eat 8 ounces of meat, cooked weight. That seems to be my limit because meat, the amino acids in meat, can be converted in the body to glucose. So if you overeat on meat, your blood sugar can go up. When I started losing weight 150 pounds ago, I tended to eat about a pound of meat at a meal. But I can't do that anymore. After 150 pounds of weight loss, now my limit is about 8 ounces of meat per meal. Now I've turned it down to low, and I mixed it with 1 serving of bone broth, equal to 1 cup, and that's for my joint health, to help with my arthritis. But I'd already reduced this broth to 1/4 cup and froze it in cubes, ready to use, full of lots of good flavor. So you can start with 1 cup of broth and slowly simmer it down in the meat. But today I wanted to save time, so I used the already reduced cubes. It's mixed with apple cider vinegar, already cooked in my bone broth, for added flavor, and it's already been salted. Now, if I limit my meat to 8 ounces, what are my net carb limits? So for each meal, I prefer about 5 net carbs. Well, technically, the vegetables is 5 net carbs, and the bone broth has, I think, 0.3 grams of net carbs. So today, I'm having sweet red peppers with coconut oil, and they've already been roasted. I roasted a huge pan of them, and then put them in individual baggies in the freezer. So 1 serving equals 5 grams of net carbs. That tends to be my limit. So the sweet peppers were already cooked in a tablespoon of coconut oil, so that means altogether this meal has 2 tablespoons of coconut oil, which is a fast-burning energy food on keto. It just goes directly to fuel. It doesn't have to be processed through your body. Now, as you can see, I'm very tired because I just got working in the garden and lunch is late. So I'm looking at the clock. It's almost 3 and normally I've eaten before noon. So that's the reason I like to prep ahead of time. The meat was already measured and baggied up and weighed. The vegetables were already weighed and measured. Sometimes I have them raw, sometimes I have them cooked. The oil was already in cubes, ready to go. The bone broth was already reduced. Everything was ready to throw together and whip up really quickly. It's going to be ready in less than 10 minutes. Because honestly, I'm hungry and I'm tired. I don't feel like logging my food. I don't feel like measuring, but it's already been done for me. It really helps me maintain my weight loss and not gain that 150 pounds back. I've kept the weight off for 7 years and been successful this way. But this is a fast, whole foods keto meal, high in nutrition. Good for weight loss or weight maintenance, both. Now, I could pre-cook all this, package it up, and freeze it. I've done that before. But I prefer the experience of cooking, smelling the aroma, seeing the colors, preparing my brain to make me more satisfied. If the meal's already ready in the fridge, now first of all, I prefer not to use a microwave, but if I microwave it and it's ready real quick, my brain doesn't have the necessary time needed to increase enjoyment before the meal. So my brain starts enjoying my meal before I actually sit down and start eating it. I find that it really makes me more satisfied. Thank you for visiting Keto Living with Dale and Judith. See you later. Bye-bye.